Yeah, that's excellent. Excellent shit.
That was fantastic.
Man. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate y'all, boys.
Yeah, man. You gotta keep it.
Man, we appreciate you guys giving up some of your time, man, and chatting with us, man. We've talked to DC from Tag Team and whenever and Fat Man Scoop. Whenever we get into these conversations about hip hop and back in the day, man, it just goes, man. So I love this kind of stuff.
Me too. Yeah. I really enjoy it.
Baby, that's why we appreciate the invite, man. You know, let our voices be heard and seen, and let us know we ain't forgot about.
Yeah, man. I understand, man, brother. I understand. I feel a lot of times I feel like I'm the forgotten in Atlanta, like in the abyss of memories of Atlanta.
What was so major? That I don't even know if Q, you realize this. Out of all the artists Hot gave birth to, we were the only ones at the reunion. Me, LA Snow, and Q Dog. How crazy is that?
Oh man,
for real.
There's a lot of cats that owes Hot, like they owes Hot the DJs and the program and the music directors.
Pay homage. Yeah.
Oh, big time.
And I'm sure they would have been there had everybody been invited. I'm sure y'all would have had every artist in the game, but we just slipped through the cracks, and we're grateful for it. We're humble.
Very grateful. Very grateful. Extremely.
There's a lot of cats that got, like, when I left Atlanta for a brief moment, and around that time, like, everybody was every artist out of Atlanta was catching major deals.
Yeah.
It was like one by, like, it was like they were looking like, okay, who's next out of Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of that happening. You know what I mean? So
right.
And it has a lot to do with High 97.5 at the time. High 107 when they flipped to we flipped to 107.9. But yeah, there wasn't.
But answer this: how many of them cut a check once they got their major deal and broke bread?
Oh, that's an easy one. I can tell you that. 0.
Exactly. And it's crazy. Once you catch your deal because of Hot giving you life, you're supposed to break bread.
You are. It's supposed to get.
I mean, on a major deal, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're supposed to break bread. That's a violation.
I remember
I never got that major
Hot.
deal because I would have broke bread. Easy.
When I left Hot, I went down to Tallahassee. I was down at 96.1 Jams in Tallahassee.
Okay.
And Chris sent me the first single. And I was like, all right, man, I'll break the record down here, but I want a show. You give me a show. It's like, cool, yeah, no problem. Man, I took that record in the club. I played that record in the club. Every DJ in Tallahassee was like, yo, I need that record. So I only had about, a small number. So I could only give niggas one. So I gave niggas the record, and that record was hot. I hit him back and was like, yo, dude, I need more copies of the record. He was like, call Def Jam.
Wow.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 weeks was the time turnaround. And I never got that damn show.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Damn. Look, Chris.
I remember I was in Pittsburgh when they dropped when they dropped What's Your Fantasy? Jocka sent it to me.
Yeah.
It was on an orange label. I remember too much. It was on an orange label. I handed it off. I
still have that.
I gave it to, so you know who remembers and will verify this story. There's a brother by the name of DJ Bonix. He was my intern at Whammo in Pittsburgh. He is now he does afternoon somewhere, but he also is the DJ for Wiz Khalifa. He's his tour DJ.
Okay.
Wow.
And
nice.
I gave him. He remembered. He still has it to this day. He talks about it. That I gave him that record back then, and like I seen him I saw him at Summer Jam in New York. I was at Hot 97 in New York, and Wiz Khalifa was performing, and we was doing sound check, and we chatted about it or whatever. He said, hey, I still got that record. And he told us. I think he told the story, not realizing that Chaka sent it to me, and I gave it to him. In any case, but I remember getting the record, and it had to be about 2 weeks, like about 2, maybe 3 weeks later, seeing that he got signed to Def Jam, and at the same time, there's a group, remember Coed? They had a song called Roll With Me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Roll With Me got signed to, I forget what label they went to. And I had told the PD, I had those joints before they went major. And I was like, yo, you need to play this record. And I was like, yo, he's like, it ain't gonna be big. I said, nah, it's gonna go. And he came back to me and was like, my bad, you was right. It's like he was right.
So Hurricane Dave was my PD at 96 Jams when I took the Chris record.
I remember
and
that.
I took it to him and he was like, man, the only reason you want to play this record is because that's your boy. This record is not hot.
Right.
And that record exploded. And I never got a "you right" from Hurricane. He just moved on.
Like, okay, next.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Well, as a DJ, you know how we used to go in the clubs and be like, you know, hey, can you play my record?
Yeah.
Okay, now that's a no. A DJ ain't just gonna throw an unknown record on in the midst of his hot mix. Now I understand that, and it happened to me in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And guess who was the person that came and gave me that record? Now I'm DJing in club Goodfellas in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So this person comes in, give me his record. Now I'm in the middle of my old school set. I'm not gonna just throw your record on. I don't know who you is or what. Guess who it was?
Who was it?
David Banner.
Get the fuck out.
I looked years later at the record and at the CD. Now I'm throwing it on my hot old school set. Steve Harvey that came in and gave me props. And this, you know, he wanted me to just play the record. I don't know who you are. I'm not just gonna mess up my set. I looked years later after David had blew up and I was looking through my old CDs and saw it was David Banner's CD. He was pushing before he blew up. I was like, wow. Now I understand why DJs, I'm not just gonna throw your record on if they don't know it, or at least if they don't peep it out and know how to blend it in their set. So as you guys, you DJ guys, now I understand that as an artist when it happened to me.
That's happened to me. That's happened to me a whole lot.
It might not be hot.
It might not be. And you just can't throw it on.
Swiss Beats did that to me one time at Flavors. He came in. He was like, "Yo, play this." Da 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 da. I'm like, dude, I don't do. All right, hold on, and I put it down or whatever. I couldn't play it. I wouldn't play it right then because people on the floor never heard this shit before or whatever. And I knew Swiss. I know he was doing stuff with Rough Riders and all that stuff, but I was like, I don't know this record, dude. And I think Fahrenheit came on after me, and there was nobody on the floor, and he played it. And it was like Banned from TV, Noriega's Banned from TV. That was the record that it ended up being. I was like, oh, that shit is hot. But still, it was brand new. Another story, I remember leaving 321 Phase 2, and Cap standing outside the club handing out singles, handing out vinyl. And, not handing out. He waited for me, came out, gave it to me. Yo, it's my new record. Da, 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 da. I was like, all right, cool. Pastor Troy. No play in GA.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Grind.
As I came,
caught him on a grind.
Right.
He gave it to me himself. It was like, yeah. Nobody had heard it, had played it or nothing yet. I was like, okay. Now, when I took it home and listened, I was like, oh, this shit's hot. And I started playing it in the clubs back then. But yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Got some more stories.
Man.
We got a lot of history, untold stories in ATL.
Yeah, man.
Y'all gonna have me write a book. Both of y'all writing books. I need to write a book.
Man, it's so many untold secrets of ATL. Like for instance, with me and Tetraz, people didn't know that the second song, "Shake Like Jello," was all me. They thought it was me and Tetraz. Tetraz fell asleep in the studio, and it was like 3 a.m. I was tired as hell, and he was like, "All right, we ready." And I tried to wake Tetraz up. Tetraz was asleep. I was like, "Tet, come on, man, I'm tired." Tetraz didn't get up. I recorded the whole damn song myself and was like, all right, let's go, dude. We done. He woke up, we ready? I said, dude, we done. Let's go. I'm sleepy. So everybody always thought it was me and Tetraz. And it was just me on the record by my damn self.
That's
with him on the hook. Yeah. A lot of untold secrets. I didn't even like bass when I first started. Couldn't stand that mess. But then I'm a bass brother. It's in my blood.
And you know what? To tell you the truth, it's not that I didn't like bass. I just knew bass had an ending to it. When I said ending to it, I knew that it wasn't. I knew it was. I guess it just had its time.
Yeah.
You know,
you think it was sustained?
We did an interview with Source Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
They asked me that question. How do you feel about bass? And I told them just how I felt. I said bass is straight. I say, but bass ain't the future. I say, believe it or not, it's gonna switch over to gangster. I say because gangster, everybody talking about the way they live, and that's what people want to hear. people give their story on gangster side. I say with bass, you can only do so much. And Kid Money got fire hot with me. What? How you gonna tell that man you don't like bass and you a bass? I just told you the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, I'm the one that bought the Art of Ganking to the album. I'm the one that bought Real Niggas Don't Flog. I'm the one that bought Coming Through My Hood. I'm the one that bought Ain't Nothing More. All that was hood.
Right. Right.
And it happened because we tried to resurrect the bass game. Raheem have tried. It's good for a reunion. We were on 2 birthday bashes, 7 and 20, which was epic. 20 at Tabernacle. Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah, that thing was lit.
So we've tried to resurrect it, but it's good for sets. It's always going to be in a DJ set. There's no party that's going to play without a bass set.
You're right. You're right.
And rock. Not no hot party.
You're right. But that's what makes us pioneers of it.
But you know what's funny?
And we're going to live on.
So here's the crazy thing about it. So I've had the opportunity, I've been blessed to be, to have been in Atlanta and been a part of the music scene there and taking bass music there. I've also been in Chicago, where juke is similar enough to bass music. Then there's
love us in Chi-Town.
Baltimore house. Also, it's all very similar. You know what I'm saying? And these, juke still pops off in Chicago. A Be More House still pop. Jersey and Be More House is still popping. So I think, for bass to evolve into something similar to that, like a newer version of it, I think people will still be into, because that up-tempo stuff, people still like to dance. People still like up-tempo music.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Always.
If it
always.
evolves,
it's a party starter every time.
Yeah. I agree.
You know what I mean?
But like you said, it's just the way that you bring it. We have to it has to be updated. It's like
the sound has to be, you got to touch up the sound. But if you could get one of these new niggas to do it, just do one, then everybody will follow that. It'll just be like, and it'll be a flow of it. It's coming out. I mean, you get sick of it.
You know who did it? Outkast with Bombs Over Baghdad.
And I was just listening to that today. I was about to, because it's still an up tempo. It's still the same type of, but it's different drum sounds and different. It's a whole different. It's a different vibe, but still up tempo. Dance music ain't not gonna go away. They call it dance music. You know what I'm saying? White folks call it.
It's never gonna
white
go
folks
away.
call it
You
dance.
have to learn how to read. I can't say what the word I'm looking for. I'm doing too much right now.
Reinvent it.
Yeah,
basically.
there you go. Thank you. Reinvent.
Yeah. Revamp. Yeah.
It's like reinventing the wheel.
That's right.
No, it wasn't. No, not even that. You just changed the way you put the motherfucker on.
Right.
Put some shiny rims on that bitch, and it's a new wheel. Same way, I just got shiny rims on.
If if Migos did a bass track, everybody gonna follow.
Yeah. Exactly.
Chill, you said Outkast did it with Bombs Over Baghdad, and I just had to Google it. That was 21 years ago.
Wow.
Yes, because it was so similar to our Set It Off, because we talked about Ragtop and Set It Off. And Bombs Over Baghdad, they said Bobby Head, Ragtop, Bobby Head. Yep. So they were actually fans of bass music.
Yeah.
And you heard it through Bombs Over Baghdad. And I'm gonna tell you another secret. Andre's dad had a wing stop inside of a laundromat in Riverdale. I meet Dre's dad because they look alike. We kicked it. I signed a picture for him. He hang it up in his wing shop. I come back another time and I'm like, hey, Pops, where your picture at? He said Andre had came and took it from his wall and put it in the studio because he loved our song. How crazy is that, man?
Wow.
He loved Set It Off. Andre was a fan of ours, and I'm a fan of Dre. Outkast is the reason why I moved to Atlanta. How crazy is that?
Dude, I take it. I give you one better.
We used to go to Rico Wade mom's house at times and be down there with them and in the basement just vibing. So they knew of the music because they came out right after Let Me See You Work. That's when they came out with Southern Playlist.
They love bass music because they had to hear it in Atlanta.
Let me tell you.
We grew up.
Raheem and them came out. They grew up on bass music.
Dude, I tell you, I take it even better, and it's not even that far ago, not even that long ago. Hold on, I got an ad running, but you know, Usher did some shit 6 years ago. It's a record called "I Don't Mind" with Juicy J.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Let me skip up ahead of it. I'm waiting for the bass to drop.
It's
bass.
music.
It's a bass song. He did it. Lloyd did a record. What was it You? No, not You. What's it called? What was Lloyd's record? So it's there.
Had a bass version. And look what Lil Jon did with bass. With
not just
Ghost Town and all of.
It wasn't a bass version. It was a straight up bass record. It was a what's the record called?
Lloyd did a straight bass record?
Yes, Get It Shouty.
Oh,
that's right. Sure did. Get It Shouty. Yep. And even Lil Jon. Lil Jon came from the bass era, but then he went to crunk.
So I go back with John back to before Hot. So I was here all my life pretty much. I started college radio, WREK.
I remember that.
When Hot came, Chaka's assistant, I grew up with her. I saw her in the grocery store one day and she was like, "You still doing college radio?" I said, "Yeah." She was like, "You need to go holler at Chaka." And that started the wheels to rolling. But back before Hot, you had REK on Thursday nights. You had V103 on Friday nights, and 88.5 did some hip hop. That was it. That was all the hip hop you could get. John was at 88.5 with Cersei. And they played. John was a reggae DJ.
I remember.
I remember that.
So here's the funny thing, because before I came to Atlanta, I was in New York. I didn't know who Lil Jon was at all. I just knew what they call themselves, the like the Wonder Twins or something like that, wasn't it? When he did the Capleton tour remix
for Jermaine and Free. He used to A&R for Jermaine and Free, like back.
Yes,
this was before that.
Okay. Now he did the record. So he did Capleton tour, a remix that we were playing heavy in New York.
That remix was smoking.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. You know the record when you hear it. Hang on.
ATL history being sprinkled, boy. Woo!
But John went.
This right here is it. Straight reggae record. He remixed it. Dynamic duo.
Oh yeah, I remember that jam.
Yeah, I remember that cut.
Lil Jon did that shit.
Was a jam.
That's Lil Jon.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Dynamic duo. Dynamic duo. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He did that one. He did another one that was smoking too. I can't remember what it was, but that was before he went to work for Jermaine. My first interview that I did by myself was John brought me to Brat when the Brat's album came out.
Really? Okay.
And I was nervous as
the Brat was hot then. The Brat was hot.
I was in a music video. I met a mom and I met a grandmother on set.
Nice.
Wow.
So it just kind of made sense. And John brought over there and I did the interview and it wasn't that great, and then years later, when I was in Tallahassee, I'm in this spot called Big Daddy's Tuesday night. And I'm playing and I look up and goddamn Lil Jon had just walked in the door. And I was like, oh shit. And he saw me, he's oh shit. So he comes up to the DJ table. We chop it up for a minute. And then I put on his record and he gets on the mic and he's doing his record in the club and everybody turn around and they're like, oh shit, that's Lil Jon. Wow. It was just like an interesting thing. But in that night, he took it all the way back to that Brat interview and was like, "Nigga, that interview was terrible."
Wow. What made it terrible? Drop some jewels.
I didn't know really how to have a conversation, like how we've had this conversation and it was interview, and the conversation leads to other questions.
Right.
Back then, I had a list of questions. I didn't know how to further the conversation and build off of what she said. I just went down the list of questions. It was terrible.
Okay. Well, it was in your early days, so you have an excuse, a legitimate reason.
The first one. It was the first one.
Yeah. You
Very
get a pass.
first,
You get a pass.
very first. Yeah.
Hey,
just-
look at you now. You've been a professional in the game ever since. So
You
True.
learn from failure, man. You learn more from failure than you do from success.
Yeah, nobody's a pro when they first start out anything. So
Nobody.
that's just how it is.
Yeah. Oh, my funny Lil Jon story. I think I told you this before, Mike. I started doing them break records on AV8 records. So, the Fat Man Scoop records, all that. I started doing them break records, right? And my idea was to do Southern break records. So I started doing them, and I would sample the acapellas off of a bunch of records out of the South. Lil Jon was I stayed sampling Lil Jon. And so one day I'm in the club, and I seen Vince. I remember, you remember Vince, the lawyer for Black Market?
Yep.
Vince, I was always cool with Vince. Vince said, "Hey, come in." He introduced me to, I guess, some of their business partners. And he was like, "Yeah, this is the cat that sample, that sample Lil Jon and such records or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's cool." And they was like, "Oh, okay, nice to meet you." Another night, another club, I see John. I think it was at Velvet Room. I'm walking through. John is there. John see me. He go, "Hey, thanks for sampling all them records, man." I looked at him and said, "You're welcome." he bust out laughing.
That's what's up. What? Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, you don't want to be sampled. Don't be so sampleable.
Right. But Dave Chappelle show lit into him. What?
Oh man.
Yeah.
I think that made him a national, like not even just
like
international.
Dave Chappelle put him in a game.
Yeah.
Took him to the next level.
Next level.
Crazy. Mm-hmm.
Then actually brought him on the show. Blew him up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that show itself is still, the fact that we're still talking about it 20, I don't know, how many, is it been 20 years? Since Chappelle show? 20 plus years?
And Lil Jon, that was probably one of his best shows with the Lil Jon segment. Crazy.
Yeah.
Cat that we know from the block.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I look at Luda on Fast and the Furious and just be like, dude used to interview me. Like, that's crazy. I was his hype man on his first, paid show. I was like, man, that's what's up. That's love. When you see people blow up that you work with and know, it's love, man.
I remember when Luda first interviewed us for 97.5.
Yeah.
I think that was 90. That wasn't at 97. That was 107.9. He was working at.
It was 90. It's the same station.
When he first did our interview.
That was probably hot.
Chris Lovell.
Yeah, Chris Lovell.
Yeah.
Hot 97.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, gentlemen.
All right, folks. Yo, brothers, thank you for joining us, man. We probably gonna use this for the after show too, right?
Okay,
some jewels. We do a show and then the after show. So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, thank you, man. Yo, let's stay in contact, man. If there's anything we could do, vice versa, man. Let's stay connected, man.
Oh yeah, I would definitely love to see y'all once the Actors Award resume. I want you brothers VIP, man. So we're gonna keep the connection going. And anything else I do.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah. Or y'all want to jump in a couple movies? Hey, I got you. Y'all holler.
Hey, I'm as long as I don't have to do nude scenes, I'm cool.
Hey, I ain't doing them either, so we good. Although I did do one, I ain't gonna, I did do one on my start out, but that's another story. We'll say that for later on.
Long as it ain't on Pornhub.
No.
Right.
No, actually, it didn't go major, so thank God. It was just a low budget joint. We good.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. That's wow.
T-Storm, we got you. Fully clothed scene, gangster thug, cop, whatever. We got you.
Let's go. That's good. Or even old fat guy. I mean, I'm with it. Either or. We can do go either way, man.
At a restaurant, eating a buffet or something. We got you.
Sitting at the buffet. It's all good.
Yeah, and you get to eat the food. It ain't just prop.
It ain't just prop food.
Yes. All right,
I'm
fellas,
glad you
it's
said
been
that,
real,
'cause-
man.
Yeah,
Y'all
my
keep
brother.
us up. Hey, we there for y'all. You let us know we there. Just like now. Appreciate it. Peace
Absolutely.
and love.
Oh, yeah, I
Likewise.
appreciate
All right, man.
y'all,
Thank
bro.
Chill. Q,
Appreciate
thank
it,
you
my
so
man.
much, man. Chill,
All
thank
right,
you so
y'all
much
be
again,
blessed
yo.
for this evening.
Same. You
Yes,
too,
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Need a daily dose of jokes? Like, subscribe, smash the notification button, and you'll get jokes in your inbox basically every week.
Absolutely. Because we like cats. No, that's the wrong. God damn it.